Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Minecraft. It is episode 93. Did we really make it to 93 episodes? We really did, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. We did it. We did it! I couldn't get through it, man. I could not get through it. What are they gonna say now? What are they gonna say now? Apparently a lot. It sucks, man. It really does suck. But in response to what are they gonna say now? They're gonna say a lot of things. Oh man, but. You know, who the hell gives a shit, man? Who the hell cares, man? Because they got this freaking number right here. They got banner 18, man. Come on, man. Who cares? The Celtics are champions. And I just wanted to do that, man. As soon as freaking Tatum did that, I'm like, okay, that's gonna be the intro. Oh, man. Hopefully that came off well. Hopefully. But yeah, anything memorable from that, man? I should try to find a picture of, Tatum holding up Deuce, because that's such an incredible image, man. I don't know. Like, I will honestly say that in the post-game, like, immediately afterwards, like hearing, like, Deuce, like, Tatum's son, if you didn't know, if you're hearing Deuce, like, just say, like, daddy, right, like, in his high-pitched voice, you know, and then, like, Tatum just pick him up, and then, like, he's being showered with confetti, man, and the photo that came out of that, oh my god, that was just such an emotional, moving moment, man. Like, I was moved, man. I didn't really cry, I didn't cry at it, but, like, it was moving, it was moving, and, like, I don't know, man, I feel like there have been very few things that have made me emotional in my life, like post like me being like 12 years old, you know. Like certain anime, and then freaking that moment, man. I don't know, it's just such a beautiful, great moment. Oh man, I don't know. There's a bunch of, you know, things. I guess I could start with the NBA Finals. Were the Celtics tested? Sure. I get, I don't know. Were the Celtics tested? Were they an all-time great team? Did Tatum silence the doubters? You know, what did Jaylen Brown prove by, like, winning the Finals MVP and freaking making some people think that, you know, that he's a better player than Jason Tatum because he performed better? You know, like, what does Tatum not having a good shooting series against the Mavs say about him being a superstar, you know? Like, oh man, like, I don't know, like, are the Celtics the better NBA franchise than the Lakers since they have 18 titles? And then, you know, there's arguments over, like, why do the Lakers count the freaking titles they won in Minneapolis? Like, they were the Los Angeles Lakers were not always in Los Angeles, you know. A bit of history lesson, they started in Minneapolis, you know. But and then people would respond like the Celtics won in the 1950s. It's like, yeah, which invalidates that immediately, I guess. So I don't know. I don't have much freaking energy for just rehashing all those, man. I don't know. But I mean, I have been freaking, you know, I've been inundated with those freaking things on social media because I obviously just scroll through Twitter a lot. It's one of the main ways I find enjoyment out of the NBA, man. It really is, man. It really freaking is. So anything I want to get to from it, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know, from the series itself, there wasn't really much. I mean, it lasted 5 games, you know, a lot of people picked the Mavs, you know. I feel like you can figure out who picked the Mavs, man. I don't know. Gee, if I were to give you a name of someone that rhymes with Dick, his first name, oh man, and is on a show on Fox that's not the one Skip Bayless is on. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know, he said they would win in 5 games. He said the Mavs would win in 5 games. And I'm like, goddamn, what are we doing in life, man? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why? Like, I don't know. I think that's my response on, like, did I think the Celtics were gonna win? It's like, yeah, did I, you know, did I think it would be an easy series? It's like, yes, but I even, like, without Porzingis, the Celtics pretty much had an easy series outside of, like, that stretch in Game 3. when they were like up 21 and the Mavs came back, and then like game 4 where they were already up 3-0, and then I mean that after that blowout loss, it kind of made me think like, oh, could this go on longer? But I don't know. They shut that down quickly. They won on their home court. Everything is great in the world. People are mad. None of NBA Twitter wanted a Celtics ring outside of freaking Celtics fans. It's fine. I did. I don't know. It's weird. It's just because the Celtics are the Eastern Conference team. I am most a fan of. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you follow basketball, you should have like an Eastern team and a Western team. Obviously there's the main freaking team you root for, and I guess for me that's become the Nuggets. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not necessarily freaking, like the Nuggets won a championship. I found great joy in that, and then the Celtics won a championship, and I found great joy in that, And I if you were to ask me, put a gun to my head, proverbially, like which team, I want to succeed more, I would say it would be the Nuggets, but I don't know. Like, if the Celtics met the Nuggets in the finals this year, I feel I would want Boston to win, man. I don't know. That's what Zach Lowe originally picked. A much smarter person than that guy on First Things First. He picked Boston to win over Denver and before the season started, right? And yeah, I don't know. I think this year's Celtics team would have beaten this year's Nuggets team. But yeah, it's an interesting question, thinking like, would this year's Celtics team with Porzingis and Drew Holiday, like beat last year's Nuggets team with Bruce Brown and with Bruce Brown, basically. Like, who would they? Like, I don't know. That would be a great series though. But like, I don't know. I think I would have given the edge to friggin' the Celtics if the finals was Celtics Nuggets, but I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously Denver could have won that, because because that would have meant that Denver beat the Timberwolves in Game 7 somehow, and then they would have met Dallas if everything went the same, right? They would have met Dallas, and they probably would have beaten Dallas, I would assume. Like, funny how the NBA playoffs work. I was thinking like the whole time, like from the finals to now, right? That like it's like the playoffs were extremely matchup dependent on the Western Conference side. In the East, with all the injuries, it basically was like the Celtics are just gonna win it easily. Like even if they met the Knicks fully healthy, even if they met the Sixers fully healthy, even if they met the Heat fully healthy. Sorry, freaking Heat culture. Sorry, Jimmy freaking Butler. Hopefully he doesn't get traded from the Heat this offseason. But still, I mean, like, look, man, the Celtics had an easy road in the East, yeah, but it's like they would have beaten all those teams fully healthy. Like, it's like, I don't know. It is like they would have been challenged. Would they have gotten to Game 7 against Philly fully healthy with Embiid and his knee not fully healthy? Like, I don't know when Embiid's knee is going to be fully healthy in the playoffs. I do not know when that's going to happen. But, like, look, man, it's like what's the point of playing the what-if game? Yeah, that's been relitigated over and over again. It's like, look, like they would have beaten. Like, I'm pretty confident in saying the Celtics would have beaten the Sixers, Bucks, and Knicks fully healthy. Yes, they would have. Like, and also the Celtics did not have Porzingis for their whole playoff run outside the finals. Yeah, pretty much, and in the finals too. They only had Porzingis in the finals for 2 games out of 5, right? Like, Porzingis was a big part in them winning Game 1 by a lot, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It is just weird to think that, the Celtics were not challenged, well, it's okay to think that, but it's weird to think, it's not a bit naive to think that, they would have lost somewhere along the way before the finals, like they probably wouldn't have. But yeah, that's the Eastern Conference, right? In the playoffs this year. It was the Celtics and no one really close to them. But in the West, right, like it really was entirely matchup dependent, right? It's like starting from the very beginning. The Lakers, when they secured the 7th seed, and the Nuggets lost that game against the Spurs in the last game of the season, which meant they were the 2nd seed. And the matchup was 7-2. The Lakers, like the Nuggets were a horrible matchup for the Lakers, right? Horrible, right? The Nuggets beat the Lakers in 5 games, right? It's like, and then the Nuggets move on to Minnesota, right? And then, the Nuggets like saying like that Minnesota was their toughest matchup en route to winning a championship, right? You know, like it came to fruition, right? Losing the first 2 games at home, winning the next 3, losing the next 2, right? And yeah, Minnesota was a really bad matchup for Denver, right? Like freaking that Calvin Booth guy kind of knows how to build a team, kind of knew how to build a team to freaking take down the Nuggets, considering he built the Nuggets roster also. So yeah, like they were a bad matchup, and then Minnesota reaches the conference finals, and then like off the freaking hype of that and the Anthony Edwards aura and the bring your ass, you know, like it was like, oh my god, Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves are gonna win the championship if they meet the Celtics. It's like you know, a bunch of people were saying, and then freaking, you know, they met Dallas, and then it turns out Dallas was a horrible matchup for the Timberwolves. Yeah, and then Luka, hit a game-winning tree over Rudy Gobert, and then yeah, there you go. Just freaking yells at freaking courtside fans like he's playing Overwatch, you know. And then the Mavs make the finals, and then despite freaking a bunch of people picking the Mavs and thinking that freaking just because they have Luka and Kyrie, the greatest offensive backcourt of all time, for some people, that freaking the Mavs are gonna freaking easily freaking beat the Celtics because Luka and Kyrie are gonna outplay Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, discounting the fact that the Celtics also have Derek White and Porzingis, well, you know, healthy for those first 2 games, and then freaking Al Horford, who can shoot trees, and then freaking basically, and Drew Holiday and their whole like top 6. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah. That's just the stuff that kind of annoyed me. It's like how easily people pick the Mavs, right? It's like, I don't know. It's not that freaking. It's not a. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can understand it from like, you know, the team with the best player definitively. You know, it's a pretty good bet that they can win the series. But like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I just don't understand like freaking undervaluing the Celtics like team. You know, because like the better team freaking won. It's like, I don't know. And the whole like freaking Luka could cement himself as the best player in the world if he freaking beat the Celtics. You know, it's like, okay, all right. Well, you know, I don't know. I kind of was wary on that too. I'm like, he's really gonna just leapfrog Jokic immediately. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like those are all the tots I have. I don't know. I don't really have many tots on frickin'. It did say Tatum frickin' do enough. It's like, yeah, I think he should have won Finals MVP from that Game 5. You know, I felt like it was close between, you know, I feel like it was Jaylen Brown as the front runner, true 4 games, but then like, you know, but it was close. But like Jason Tatum, like with 30 points and 11 assists, you know, it's like in like really like Tatum, like, you know, from people who aren't Celtics fans, I feel like Tatum hasn't gotten really enough credit for like, you know, being a playmaker, right? And like dishing out a lot of assists without turnovers. It's like, I don't know, man. I just think he hasn't gotten enough credit for that. You know, it's like literally, it's like his shot wasn't falling, so he decided to get more assists. He decided to become a playmaker and do what was necessary to help his team win. It's like he did it. He like his shot. He wasn't having a good shooting series, yeah, but it's like I don't know. just I'm just getting annoyed, man. I'm just like I latch on to freaking teams that have assigned themselves this underdog status, and then like, you know, like, and I take on the freaking soul of that fan base, just like getting annoyed for them. Like I was annoyed, you know, last year too, like on like the narratives about the Nuggets and Jokic, right? And now I'm freaking annoyed like this year about the narratives around Jason Tatum and the Celtics. I'm like, I don't know. Oh man, like what is gonna be the next freaking team that's gonna have an annoying ass freaking narrative around them? Well, you know, I guess I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, so I guess I am. So Yeah, man. I guess that's the thing. Anything else? Jaylen Brown, like whose team is it? You know, like Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum? Yeah, I don't know. Like Jaylen Brown absolutely deserved that Finals MVP. Yeah, and also yeah, like the people have been like praising Jaylen Brown a lot, you know, and deservedly so for like how he improved. You know, like I don't think we'll really ever have to hear on NBA Twitter a freaking Jaylen Brown can't dribble with his left hand joke ever again. Like like I feel like he kind of shut that whole narrative up completely. Like, you know, like Tatum still has like haters, right? There probably always are gonna be the freaking Tatum haters, you know. But I don't know. Like with Jaylen Brown, it seems that freaking he shut a lot more of his haters or freaking doubters up. You know, like he, you know, has proven to be like a true like 1B to Jason Tatum's 1A, and like at times that switches. Like that's the beauty of the Celtics, right? Like it's not freaking one guy having to carry a team for the team to have a chance to win. It's like I just don't know why freaking more people can't get behind that. Like why is that a hard concept for some people to comprehend? Like the fact that, you know, the Celtics are a deep, strong, well-rounded team, and that like one freaking player, even though Tatum is, you know, being called a superstar, right? And people criticize him for not playing like a superstar all the time, which mostly means that he doesn't freaking put up a high enough field goal percentage and isn't efficient enough. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like I don't know. It's I know that freaking it's kind of futile to argue, to freaking get annoyed at people whose minds are never gonna change. But like I don't know, it's old thing. Like I mean, like with Jokic and the Nuggets, yeah, the people's minds who are doubters of Jokic, like definitely freaking turned with that, right? It's like him being like clearly, yeah, like he clearly cemented himself as the best in the world, right? Or either like it's him and Giannis, but yeah, I don't know. Tatum didn't necessarily do that this series, but I don't know. Like to me, he's clearly like top 5 in the league. Like I think I still give number 4 to Embiid because when he's healthy and his potential when he's healthy, but I don't know. Like the top 3 to me are the top 3, 1, 2, 3 are Jokic, Giannis, and Luka, and then number 4 is Embiid, and then number 5 is Jason Tatum. But I don't know. Like I guess like if you don't have Tatum 5, then it's either like Anthony Edwards or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? Or friggin' Jalen Brunson even. Like I don't know. Like I feel like Tatum has deserved to be like friggin', you know, definitively for me at least number 5 in like 5 best players in the world. But I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Oh man, there's like I guess there are some Celtics fans who put him higher, yeah, who probably would put him higher than Luka, and yeah, I mean that makes sense, you know, based on freaking Tatum winning over the Mavs, right? But it's like, oh, he only won because he has a stacked team around him. It's like, okay, all right, okay, good thing I'm not more of an NFL fan because yeah, I mean I feel like that narrative applying to the was it the San Francisco 49ers applies a lot. I don't know. Someone made that comparison, and yeah, the comparison kind of is broken now that the Celtics have won a championship, but yeah, I don't know. Look, man, I only got that knowledge from that show, okay? Like I don't watch TV anymore, man. I don't watch TV. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. That's basically my thoughts on the NBA Finals. I don't need to spend too much time on it. Oh man, anything going on? Yeah, I should be like the dunker spot and like just like throughout like the summer months, you know, to prove, you know, yeah, not really to prove I'm like more, you know, of an all-around basketball fan, but I don't know, not necessarily, but just because I want to talk about freaking more like WNBA and women's basketball as I watch it, right? I should. Yeah, I watched a bit of the Liberty Sparks game today. Yeah, this is like the New York Liberty and the WNBA are like one of the top teams in the league, along with the Connecticut Sun. And like, yeah, like it seems to me that the Aces, I think the Aces recently have gotten back Chelsea Gray from injury, and like that seems to be like a huge key missing piece to their team because they went out, like at last episode I talked about how the Aces went on like a whole losing streak, and like they were at 6-6, and after that game, after their latest loss to go 6-6, A'ja Wilson had that press conference I talked about where like she was crying and she was like, you know, talking about like how she wants to be a better leader for her team, you know. she kind of is like taking like the team losing on her, which is very, very noble, but probably not the case, right? It probably is just because they've been missing players like Chelsea Gray, right? And Chelsea Gray recently returned to the lineup recently, and then the Aces are 2-0 since she returned, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so hopefully they're getting their groove back. Yeah, but I don't know, like if the Aces do not make it to the WNBA finals, like I don't know, I feel like it could be very interesting, man. I don't know, like right now, like from listening to the Dunker Spot, from listening to the WNBA stuff, WNBA segments they talk about, right? Yeah, which are like most of the episodes, take up most of the episodes, you know. Yeah, it seems like that, yeah, the teams that could look to make a finals push, or like that could absolutely make it in the finals, seem to be like the Minnesota Lynx and the Seattle Storm. Yeah, the Seattle Storm have the core four of Jewel Lloyd, Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and yeah, it's a core tree. I don't know the fourth player, but yeah, Ezzy Magavor or something, yeah, so someone like that. Oh man, Nico Mule's on that team, I know that. And the Minnesota Lynx have Nafisa Collier, the rookie Alyssa Peely, Kayla McBride. You know, like they have freaking a cool team too. I watched a little bit of that game, the game where freaking Alyssa Peely had freaking 20 points, which was like what, like 2.5 weeks ago at this point. So yeah. Man, but yeah, like the teams that are doing really well, yeah, the Connecticut Sun are freaking the top team in the league, I think. Yeah, like it's the Connecticut Sun and the New York Liberty, and yeah, the Aces recently had a really big win against the Connecticut Sun, you know, so that's pretty good. That's a sign they're probably gonna get back on track, you know. And then, yeah, the New York Liberty are like either like 1 or 2, yeah, on that. You know, Jonquel Jones, Sabrina Ionescu, Benijah Lady Hamilton, you know, just really just a bunch of really good players. Brianna Stewart, you know, who some tot robbed freaking Asia Wilson and Alyssa Thomas of MVP. Yeah. Anything else WNBA related? Yeah, the Indiana Fever. Yeah, remember a bit earlier in the WNBA season when the Indiana Fever, it seemed like we're playing just every other day and just we're losing every game? Well, now that's changed a bit. Yeah, the Indiana Fever are currently on a 4-game winning streak. Yeah, and like the record has gotten a lot better. So yeah. They started like 1-7 and now they're like 6-10, I think. Yeah. So I don't know. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. There was like, you know, a game against the Sky recently, and there's going to be a game against the Sky tomorrow, Sunday, at noon. Oh boy, hopefully there's no discourse that freaking pops up from that, but yeah. Yeah, there was like a flagrant foul, you know. Should I even talk about it? Nah, it's like, okay, let's not freaking overreact, guys. It's fine, man, it's fine. But I don't know, I guess like the interesting, Caitlin Clark is like, seems to be like getting in her groove and like getting the hang of being in the WNBA a bit, right? And like, I don't know, it seems that the Rookie of the Year race, I don't know. It just seems that it's just gonna be between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, man. I don't know. Angel Reese had like a streak of like what, 7 games where she had a double-double. Yeah, like as I check, like I'm getting all this information from just Twitter, from whenever I scroll, I guess. So yeah, basically, yeah, like it seems that the Rookie of the Year race is gonna be between those two. Oh yeah, and I didn't talk about the other kind of sad thing that happened in the WNBA. Cameron Brink from the LA Sparks, yeah, tore her ACL. So that means she's gonna miss the whole season, and she's gonna miss getting to go to the Olympics in Paris for the 3x3 basketball thing, right? It's like, yeah, this is just sad, man. Just really sad. Like, yeah, this is basically it. You know, oh man. So I don't know. Anything else on that front, man? Anything else? I don't know. I guess I just want to keep on like giving these updates as I frickin' go about the summer and hopefully watch more of the WNBA, because I just don't only want to be a frickin' person who watches basketball when men play it. Okay, you know, I'm more of a basketball fan than that. Hopefully. Oh man, so anything else that I haven't gotten to? There was a parade in Boston. Yeah, dude, there was a lot of freaking people there, man. Oh man, I saw that the attendance was like 1.5 million, which was like double the Nuggets parade from last year. It's like, god damn, dude. Just, yeah, like, I don't know, with how many championships Boston has won in the 21st century. They've won 13 titles across four sports since 2001. It's like, I don't know, like, they are not a city, even though they've been spoiled as a city, absolutely, like, they're not a city who's like lost the joy of like winning a championship. They're not a city who's like, oh, we won another championship, you know, and treats it like it's just an average ho-hum thing, right? It's like they show out for parades, like, no matter what. Like, they are freaking passionate. Like, that's one thing you can give freaking Boston, other than the, you know, the other stereotypical things people who hate the Celtics, you know, in Boston in general just say. Oh man, if I do want to go to another sport, unfortunately, oh man, I feel like there should be more. I don't know. It's just an extremely funny thing. I'm only talking about it because it's extremely funny. If anyone, you know, watches the NBA, remember last year when the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals went up 3-0 against the Celtics, and then the Celtics won 3 straight games in a row, and like the third game in a row, like, Derek White had that massive freaking putback off Marcus Smart. I feel bad for Marcus Smart, man. That's another thing. Marcus Smart needs a ring. Just give him a freaking ring. He's every bit as important to the Celtics in their championship run. He helped the Celtics. He helped Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown set them on their course to winning that championship, man. They do not win that championship without Marcus Smart being there. I'll tell you that, man. At first, you know, like, obviously they had to trade him to get Porzingis, but like, I don't know, man. It just, you know, I hope Marcus Smart is doing well, man. I don't know. They really should just give him something, man. He really deserves to be a part of that celebration, but yeah. Oh man. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, the Celtics last year won 3 games, you know, after the Heat went up 3-0, so it was a 3-3. They forced a game 7 after being down 0-3, something like, what, only 3-4 and other NBA teams have done in history, right? And then one day when they forced the game 7, and everyone in Boston was excited about being the very first NBA team to come back from down 0-3, Tatum rolled his ankle the first play of the game, and then friggin' they proceeded to lose. Oh man. And you think like, man, we really missed a chance at history, man. We really missed out on a chance at history. But no fear, because this year, if anyone freaking cares in hockey, that sport that Canada is supposedly good at, the Stanley Cup final is between the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton is a city in Canada that's like a bit north of Calgary. Calgary is the city where Tegan and Sarah are from. Fun fact, I guess. Yeah, not that fun. Like, it's pretty easy to figure out. But yeah, like Calgary and Edmonton apparently have like a really, really big rivalry. So yeah, the Calgary, the team in Calgary is the Calgary Flames. Yeah, but yeah, they're not in the final. It's the Edmonton Oilers versus the Florida Panthers. Yeah, and it's the Florida Panthers' second year being in the Stanley Cup final. And you're probably wondering, who plays hockey in freaking Florida? Like, why would you play hockey in Florida? You know, there also was a freaking team in Arizona. There's a team called was a team called the Arizona Coyotes. And I'm like, but like, who plays hockey in freaking Arizona, man? It's like, I don't know. Like, maybe it makes sense because like Arizona is such like a dry, hot, like desert place. But it's like, I don't know, man. It just seems so backwards to me. It's like hockey is a sport meant to be played in cold places. It's like, yeah, like the Midwest, you know, like Minnesota, Cleveland. It's like, yeah, it's meant to be played there. like not in freaking Arizona of all places. But I don't know. Like, I guess it also makes sense because, like, ice hockey, you know, like, I don't know. I've always wondered, like, yeah, like a weird, like, stupid ass thought I've had is, like, are hockey arenas, like, colder than most arenas, like, because it's ice, you know? Like, is it actually, like, colder? Like, is it, like, is the ice cold, basically? Like, in ice hockey, is the ice cold? Like, is it actually cold or not? Like, I don't know. Oh, man. I don't know. It's you know, like, how cold is it, basically? Like, how cold is an ice hockey rink, you know? And, like, is the whole arena, like, more colder than if it was an NBA game or something? But I don't know. I digress, I guess. The Stanley Cup final is between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. And at the start of the series, the Panthers won the first 3 games. They were up 3-0. And then it was like, oh, okay, they're gonna sweep, you know, they're gonna sweep. It's fine, man. The Edmonton Oilers have these 2 players who, like, many consider to be, like, 2 of the, like, the top players in hockey. Yeah, this is just information based off of, like, yeah, very, very, like, tangential, like, very, like, surface level information. But yeah, they have this guy called Connor McDavid and another guy called, was it Leon Draisaitl? Weird spelling, but yeah, like, they have those 2 players, but the Florida Panthers are, like, seen to have the way better overall team, so it's kind of like the Celtics and the Mavs. But, you know, it turned out a lot differently because after the Florida Panthers went up 3-0, the Edmonton Oilers proceeded to win the next 3 games, and they proceeded to not just win the 3 games. It seems like they're just dominating the 3 games. Like, they just dominated them, like not even freaking close. So now they've done something that hasn't been done since what, the 1940s, basically. In hockey, they forced a game 7 while losing the first 3 games. The Edmonton Oilers have, and on Monday they play a game 7. And dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like everyone outside of Florida, that fan base, is rooting for freaking the Oilers to freaking pull it off, man. Like, I'm rooting for it just because it's extremely freaking funny, man. It would be just freaking absolutely, like, oh, man. One of the greatest collapses, man, and funniest collapses. So, you know. It didn't happen for the Heat last year, you know, like, they were saved from infamy. But I don't know, it could happen to another freaking Southern Florida team. It could happen, and I don't know. Wouldn't it be great, man? Wouldn't it just be funny, man? I don't know. I don't have anything personal against Miami, but I don't know. I just think it'd be funny, man. I don't know. There's this like show, yeah, there's this other sports show that I freaking watch, the Dan Le Batard show, yeah, like, I don't know. It's actually like a show, like, they try to make it so that, like, even if you're not really into sports in general, that, like, they try to make it so that, like, their primary focus, like, rather than just, like, be informative, is just to be entertaining, you know, like, it's kind of, yeah, it used to be like a radio show for ESPN, but now it's like, you know, like yeah, they upload the show on YouTube now. So yeah, that's what I do in the morning on weekdays, man. I don't know, my life has just become that, man. It's going to be other things, man. I'm trying. Hopefully this summer, like, it'll be other things, but yeah, that's what it's like for now. And, like, yeah, like, the thing about the Dan Le Batard show is that it's based in Miami, right? Like, they do the show from Miami, and, like, they primarily, like, a big part of their show is wanting to cover, like, sports and stuff from the Miami, South Florida area. So, and, like, the Florida Panthers are in that area, so, like, you know, like, I don't know. Like, if you've watched, like, the shows they put out on their YouTube channel recently, like, if you just go to that channel, like, I don't know, man, it's just kind of chaotic, man. It's kind of crazy. I don't even know. Like, I feel like there's certain people on the show who play characters, and, like, I feel like the character playing has gotten a bit out of hand, man, with the freaking, yeah. Oh, man, I don't know. I could just go more in depth, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, the real storyline with that is that there's this reporter, an actual reporter on that show, who is a reporter from the Miami Herald, a columnist called Greg Cody, right? And then like he in a column called Connor McDavid overrated. So like, you know, it would be a really funny thing if like the Oilers managed to freaking come back from down 3-0 and then freaking, you know, the Florida Panthers just blow a 3-0 lead, man. It's like, oh man, it'd be such, yeah. They've already gotten a lot of content made out of that, you know, with this, you know. the mood in that show was that they were really scared after freaking the Oilers won game 5. So, you know, it's a thing, man. I don't know. It's just something to keep me entertained in the summer months while we have trades and off-season news and drama and freaking JJ Redick getting hired as the coach, I guess, and freaking Josh Giddey getting traded for freaking Alex Caruso of all players. God damn, dude, Jesus, freaking Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso. Oh my God. Oh man. Just no picks, literally no picks or anything, just Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso straight up. That's it. I guess the Bulls are just, I don't know. Like it somewhat makes sense maybe because like they want to move on. There's been like some rumblings that they kind of want to move on from Lonzo Ball. You know, even like Lonzo hasn't played since like 2022 because of like a knee injury. You know, So, I don't know. Like, maybe, like, the Lonzo Ball era in the Chicago Bulls is coming to an end, but I don't know, man. Just, like, seeing that trade come up, and it's, like, literally just Josh Giddey for freaking Alex Caruso, and the West just got that much harder. It's not like OKC was the number 1 seed or anything. It's not like freaking OKC was the number 1 seed, and then the Lakers fans were like, oh, if we get matched up with OKC in the first round, that's our best chance. It's like, all right, okay, man. Completely shut the door on that now. If OKC meets freaking the Lakers or anyone in the bottom half of a bracket, like in a playoff series, it's like good luck. Just freaking good luck, man. I don't know. Jalen Williams, Shea, Chet, Lou Dort, man. It's like, oh man, Cason Wallace, their rookie. It's like the other Jalen Williams. It's like, oh my God, dude. Oh man. Did I talk about that? Yeah. Did I talk about how like the funny, like a little funny subplot from the NBA playoffs was watching like the OKC Thunder do post-game interviews, because like they do them as a group. Like they always have like the big, the Jalen Williams, Jayln. They always have him just like holding his arms over freaking like a couple players, and then like the player getting interviewed is just freaking surrounded by the whole team basically, right? And like after they get done, they just bark the like dogs, because they're freaking like a bunch of dogs and they're freaking really close as a young team, right? I don't know. That's a thing like that. Something like that is just so fun, just so nice to see. I was like, thinking like, what if they were in the freaking NBA finals getting interviewed? Like, they do their interview as a group. It's like, oh man, that'd be so fun to see. I don't know. It could have a chance to happen, man. I don't know. There was one person who tweeted that like because of the Caruso trade to OKC, that freaking like OKC could be freaking the favorites to win it all, man. I don't know. I don't think I'd go that far, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I feel like there's some reason to it. Like, they really could. Like it really is like they really could be a team that wins the finals if it's not against the Celtics, I think. Like if another team makes it out the East, like say the Knicks, right? Like if the Knicks make it out the East and it's Thunder Knicks, I would pick the Thunder, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like I would pick the Thunder, you know, because like by then, like how many of those Knicks players are gonna be injured? Like I don't know, man. I understand that that all the Knicks players are used to playing for Tibbs, but I mean, I don't know. There's probably a non-zero chance, significantly, that the Knicks are gonna end up freaking getting banged up, and there's gonna be some injuries that pile up. But I don't know. Anyways, is that everything basketball / hockey / sports related that I want to get to? Oh man, it just only took me for almost an hour. Just almost an hour to talk about that. I don't know. Oh man. In other news, in other things, what else happened in frickin' culture? Deculture, yeah. Well, I guess it was Juneteenth, right? Yeah, it was Juneteenth recently, And to commemorate Juneteenth, there was a rapper who decided to have a concert in LA called the Pop Out. And then it was an event. Yeah, basically. I don't know. Do I have anything to say about Kendrick? Yeah, like Kendrick and the Pop Out, the definitive like stamping, like, you know, like we won the freaking Kendrick won the Kendrick versus Drake beef, right? Like the definitive, like, he won, man. It's like there's nothing you can do, man. He played Not Like Us 5 times in a row, man. He performed it 5 times in a row, and like for one performance of it, Kendrick didn't even freaking rap the lyrics. I saw that he just let the crowd sing it, right? Oh man, just a crowd chanting "OV ho," man. It's like, oh my god, dude. A crowd chanting A minor. It's like, oh man. Relevant to one of the previous topics I brought up. Wait, what? I don't know. Well, anyways, like, yeah, like, I don't know. Any other thoughts on the Pop Out? Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it, but yeah, it was an event. It was presented by Amazon. Yeah, and people have been like like surprisingly, yeah, the production value was like really high on that. Yeah, like like there was a part where Kendrick went like wop wop wop, and then freaking the camera just cut extremely fast each time with each wop. It's like, damn, dude. It's like, damn, the production, man. Yeah. I mean, really, like, yeah, what can Drake do to freaking respond? How should Drake respond? I think Drake should just ignore it, man. I don't know. Like, it's fine. Like this really will not affect Drake commercially. Like, it's really only, like, reputation-wise. It's only, like, credibility-wise that this beef has really affected Drake. And, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I think Drake obviously would care about it. But, like, is he, like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like his status is still, like, basically unchanged. It's just a fun thing, I guess. I think, like, that's mainly the thing of Not Like Us, is that, like, you know, that, like, Kendrick, it seemingly, like, hates Drake with a fiery passion. But, like, all in all, like, the reason why Not Like Us is a hit is just because it's a fun song, right? Like, Euphoria really was like the actual like diss track that mattered in the beef, and the one that probably you know made Kendrick the winner of the beef. But it's like, I guess Not Like Us is like, this is the party song. Like, this is the song that gets people lit. You know, this is the song that is like, oh, this is our summer anthem. This is the song for the culture, basically. A culture of which I'm not a part of. But yeah, but I'm saying it colloquially, like, you know, when I say the culture, you know, I just really, yeah, like, I mean, like, African Americans, I mean, you know, black people in America, like, that's what I mean by the culture. But I don't know, like, I don't know, like, is there, like, I don't know, like, thinking of, like, the culture, right? Like, is there anything that, like, unites, like, Asian America, you know? Like, I feel like there are things that unite, you know, like, Latin, you know, Latinx, Latina America, like, I feel like there are, like, things that unite, though, like, those groups, but, like, I don't know. Like, for Asian America, like, I just don't think there really is, like, a uniting freaking thing. Like, is there, like, a person that just unites all of Asian America, you know? Like, I don't know. The closest thing I can think of is, like, for Filipinos specifically, like, Manny Pacquiao, like, is a uniting person for all of the Philippines and all of Filipino Americans and just Filipinos in general. But I don't know. It's like, it doesn't seem like, yeah, because, like, with the Pop Out concert, it was just like, it was a uniting event for all of, like, black culture. Like, the same way freaking the Montgomery Riverboat Brawl was, you know, from last year. It's like, it's just a thing where it's like the whole timeline on Twitter is talking about it. All of Black Twitter is talking about it. It's just an event. It's a special thing. People are having fun, you know, like, it's just, you know, a nice, joyous celebration on Juneteenth, which obviously, you know, is a really good thing. Like, there's someone who tweeted, like, Juneteenth, like, they're like, either like they're afraid that they're afraid that Juneteenth is gonna go the same route as a holiday because it is a federal holiday now. Like, Juneteenth is gonna go the same route as Cinco de Mayo. There was someone who has, like, said something to the effect of that like, it has gone to the way as a holiday of Cinco de Mayo, but I don't know. Or like it could, I don't know. There was someone who, like, maybe jokingly tweeted that, like, my boss just gave me 2 hours off for Juneteenth. Like, he let me leave work 2 hours early for Juneteenth. I don't know, totally unconfirmed. It's just a tweet I saw, but you know. I guess that's how I have to do the Twitter segment now, since I can't really find freaking good tweets that often. Naturally, I have to freaking remember the tweets I read from, like, you know, a few days ago to a week ago. Yeah, so anything else? Yeah, like, do I have an answer on, like, what for Asian Americans, just the Asian diaspora in America in general, like anime, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I don't know. Like I mean, I guess like just things in Asian culture, like what, like K-pop, you know, like. But I don't know. Like I really, yeah, like it's kind of hard to think of that. I don't know. Yeah, it was just what. Yeah, do we need to know like what the unite, what, like, you know, like culture unifying thing there is for white America? Do we need an answer to that? I don't think so. Oh man, yeah, man. One thing that has been missing from these episodes recently, and I kind of don't really miss it that much. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm sure it'll come back, but yeah, I don't know. Freaking book / publishing / freaking writing. Twitter drama, you know, like any freaking controversy associated in there, any new freaking Crown of Starlight, Light Lark-esque situation, man, any new freaking situation, man. Yeah, like it's like I haven't gotten those tweets in my Twitter feed recently, so yeah, like I don't really have anything. But like there was this one like thing I saw, like there was this one like YouTube video I saw, like I didn't see it, I saw a thumbnail and the title for it, but there's this YouTuber who like, yeah, is like was known as a booktuber, or like is known as a booktuber, called Read with Cindy, and like she uploaded a video and the title was like something about freaking there was an author who faked being Asian in order to increase her chances to get a literary agent, right? Like she faked being Asian, you know, in an attempt to be like, I think that, you know, like if I'm a person of color, you know, I would have a better chance of getting a literary agent with how freaking, you know, the publishing industry is right now, but which is like really kind of not that freaking smart when you think about it. Like it's really like it's kind of the opposite. Like she would have been better off just being a white woman, you know, who freaking wrote an Asian inspired story, because that probably would be a much easier freaking time getting published. But like I don't know. It's like, yeah, I don't know, like that's the only thing I got from it. Yeah, like from that's basically was like the title of the video. And like apparently the writer changed her name to Kim Chi, like Kim Chi, like freaking, like I don't know. I don't know if she did. I don't know if that is actually what she changed her name to, but yeah, like that was the name I saw in the video thumbnail. That's like it was Kim Chi. It's like the freaking Korean food. It's like, what the hell, man? What is going on, man? What are we doing? Oh man. Yeah, I have other, I have other things to talk about. Yeah, I have freaking, yeah, as I approach freaking an hour in this freaking thing already. Yeah, I guess I'll cut some of it out, but yeah. I guess if I want to talk about a thing I actually did watch recently, I actually watched a series. Yeah, I talk about not watching TV, but like, yeah, well, the series I'm talking about is not a TV series, but I don't know. Like, I just thought it was interesting to talk about anyway. Yeah, this is something I've been watching for like the past like 2 or 3 weeks, you know? Remember when I talked about, if anyone, I talked previously in an episode or 2 ago about a scene in Anyone But You, the film that I watched on mute, where freaking Sydney Sweeney tries to grab a cookie and then freaking it's very like sexually explicit. It's very sexually suggestive because she gets her freaking jacket caught and then, you know, she ends up freaking humping the freaking seat and then with a cookie in her mouth, and then probably, like, you know, if there was sound on, she probably would be making really freaking suggestive noises, right? So like, I talked about that scene, right? And yeah, and the thing about Anyone But You is that Anyone But You, it wasn't known at first, but eventually the information came out that from like, you know, tweets talking about it, like that Anyone But You is a very, very loose adaptation / you know, contemporary retelling interpretation of the Shakespeare play Much Ado About Nothing. Okay. So yeah, and yeah, because of this, I just decided to search on TV tropes to play Much Ado About Nothing. I just typed in like Much Ado About Nothing on, TV tropes, just to, I don't know, because I do that sometimes. I just go on TV tropes and type in freaking things. Just look at random tropes and random freaking things. Because I feel like it's an interesting site to look at. I don't really use it for anything like practical, but yeah, it's just mostly to pass the time. But in that, on the TV tropes page for the Shakespeare play, Much Ado About Nothing, I read a bit of the synopsis, right? And then, there's been more contemporary, retellings of it and more freaking, adaptations or whatever of the play. And one of the contemporary, retellings, or, one of the things that was mentioned on TV tropes, that page, was this YouTube series. And this YouTube series is called Nothing Much to Do. So, okay, what is this YouTube series? Okay, well, yeah, mainly this YouTube series, Nothing Much to Do, I'll explain the whole thing. But this YouTube series is based on the Shakespeare play Much Ado About Nothing, and basically it's a contemporary retelling, but it also is this very, very interesting thing. It's a contemporary retelling of it, but it's told entirely through the format of YouTube vlogs. And it's like, I just found that to be one of the most creative things I've ever seen in my life, man. It's like, it really is just one of the best things I've ever seen recently. I don't know. I don't know. Quality wise, it didn't absolutely blow me away, but I don't know. Just thinking about it, thinking about that concept in general, what if we take a Shakespeare play and what if we tell the story of it? What if we interpret it? What if we have an interpretation of it and make it so that it's told exclusively through vlogs, and it's told through vlogs on 3 different channels. They created friggin' 3 or 4 different channels for this, right? It's mainly told through 2 channels, one of the, I guess. And I guess this is where I can explain the plot of Much Ado About Nothing / Nothing Much to Do. So yeah, basically, since it's an interpretation, apparently Nothing Much to Do or Much Ado About Nothing is about these 2 couples. Yeah, if I'm trying to remember it correctly, it's about these 2 couples. One of the couples are these two, is this guy and a girl. One couple is a guy and a girl, Beatrice and Benedict, and another couple is another guy and a girl, Claudio and Hero. So with these 2, okay, so I guess explaining it, it mostly follows those 2 couples and and it has characters around them. So basically the basic plot of it, I guess, from glancing at the TV tropes thing and then watching the actual series, is that friggin' it basically is an early version of a rom-com, basically, where friggin' there's a lot of friggin' miscommunication and stuff, right? And then it's about the one couple, Beatrice and Benedict, don't like each other. They start off the story not liking each other, and eventually they get together, but and it's a bunch of, and the characters around them try to get them together, basically, and they try to make each other see that the other one is into them and actually is interested romantically in them, and which leads to them getting together at the end. And then for Hero and Claudio, the what the characters around them try to do is break them apart. So they get together early. They get together earlier than friggin' Beatrice and Benedict, because Beatrice and Benedict get together at the end. So and Hero and Claudio get together in near the middle of the story. So after they get together, people around them conspire to break them up, and there's stuff planted, there's information that gets friggin' thrown around, and that's basically the story, and I don't know, man, I just found it to be really friggin' interesting, man. I don't know, I could just talk more about it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, like the vlogs are like all like under like 10 minutes. They're all just like short little like vlogs, man. But that's the thing, like the thing is that it's not like totally improvised. Like it actually is a written story. It's by this group. This is, I don't really know the specifics of it, but yeah, but they're called the Candle Wasters, right? And another fun thing about it is that it takes place in New Zealand. In New Zealand, where one of my favorite freaking indie pop bands are from. The one that made freaking Young Blood and Hearts Like Ours and Punching in a Dream. Yeah, that one. It's like, I don't know, it's really, and like it was just really fun seeing like people from New Zealand, you know, I don't know, like it was just really fun like hearing freaking that accent. And like, but like one of the characters, yeah, Benedict in the series is British and not from New Zealand. I don't know. And there's also like these characters called the Watchers, right? Like who have like their own side plot. And like freaking, I guess the side plot is that they uncover like mysteries or something. Like I don't know. Yeah, from the three perspectives the story is told true. Like the three types of vlogs. There's the quote vlogs that are from Beatrice's perspective, right? And like a lot of times she has Hero on because like in the story it's that Beatrice and Hero are cousins, right? And then there's the ones that Benedict does. There's the vlogs that Benedict puts out and they're mostly like him and sometimes feature the other guys. Yeah, Claudio, freaking, I don't know. It's just an interesting thing. I don't know. I guess I'm just explaining the whole like plot of the Shakespeare play, but I don't know. It was just a really fun way to freaking like experience it. I don't know. What kept me watching was just the fact that it was told through vlogs and that I was learning the story, like not through reading the Shakespeare play, but through watching a bunch of vlogs. You know, like I don't know. And like also the most interesting thing about it is like the big friggin' team like I took away from it when watching it is that like it started in 2014. Yeah, it started and ended in 2014, and it literally is just one of the most like of its era freaking pieces of media I can think of to encapsulate that time period. Like it literally, yeah, like the fact that they made specifically a vlog series, like I don't know, like to hammer the point home, like when Hero and Claudio get together, one of the first, yeah, the vlog they use to introduce the fact that Hero and Claudio got together is the boyfriend does my makeup video. Like if anyone remembers that on YouTube, maybe they're still doing that. Maybe it's still done. But there were these types of videos on YouTube back in the day where friggin' it was a girl, and then it was a whole trend basically where, you know, girls' boyfriends, you know, they would film them doing their makeup, right? And it's like, dude, it just took me back, man. It just took me back, man. It just really did. And I'm like, dude, this was 2014, man. This is like one of the main things that defined 2014. Like, you know, like, I don't know. People talk about like stuff that's like Tumblr core, right? Like in terms of like that era, you know, like the 1975 Arctic Monkeys, you know, certain freaking young adult books, right? And like, I don't know. But like this series just encapsulated what 2014 was like so much, man. Like I don't know, like it was just so freaking good at that, right? And obviously it came out in 2014, so obviously, like, you know, like why wouldn't it? But I don't know. Just the, you know, I don't know. There's just, you know, it is just one of the most interesting things I watched, and just happened to friggin' watch on a whim, just because I searched up, you know, a Shakespeare play on YouTube, on friggin', yeah, a Shakespeare play on TV tropes. the fact that I watched a whole like friggin' like 70 something part vlog series, you know, I don't know. It was just really friggin' cool, man. I don't know. I guess that's just another thing I wanted to talk about, you know. Anything else, man? I don't know. I'll probably get to it in the Twitter segment. So. Oh man, I probably have to get to that. My throat is kind of parched right now. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's basically all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, the main part of the video. So if I have anything interesting tweet-wise, I will put them after this. So yeah, here is the Twitter segment. Okay, so as it turns out, there literally are no tweets worth reading out loud. Literally none. I'm trying to find anything here. Me reading the comments about the Olympic team versus All-Star voting, and it's Caitlin Clark. There's really friggin' nothing. There's like a friggin' meme account There's freaking like just I don't know. There's just nothing worth reading, man. Yeah, the freaking goddamn Twitter owned by freaking the guy behind Teslas. It's like why? Like why, man? Oh man. Wait, what? Wait. I said there's a tweet about a presidential candidate that's not Joe Biden or RFK Jr. If he's elected, he's gonna build a great iron dome over our country. Okay, there you go. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find anything, man. Anything. Camila Cardoso responds to a user saying she's messing up their parlays. How about you just not put me on your parlays? Yeah. Oh, man. Anything, man? Anything? Just, I don't know. I was looking for stuff for like 20 minutes straight, man. I don't know. There's like, yeah, okay. I see that once again, Minneapolis is a very scary place that is way too scary to go to unless there's a big country artist in town. And then a quote tweet, honestly, downtown Minneapolis feels the most unsafe when it's hosting country music and it's racist white fans from all over the state. Oh man. I mean, related to that, what is with this Morgan Wallen guy, man? Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, like, he had a controversy about him, but it's like, I just blame Todd in the Shadows, man. It's like, why did you have to introduce me to this guy? Like, come on, man. Not freaking Morgan Wallen, man. He like, his number one song of freaking 2020 was the song More Than My Hometown. It's like, and then that freaking N-word controversy came out, and then recently in 2023, he felt really bad about it in a video, but he put another one of his songs on his freaking list. It's like, come on, man. It's like, why do I know who Morgan Wallen is? Like, I'm tired. I'm just tired of freaking seeing that guy. Like, even more than the freaking Richmond, north of Richmond guys. Like, too much, man. Just too much. Oh, man. I don't know. I could just go off of just like what I've been freaking seeing, but I don't know. I just want to find tweets, man. I just want to find tweets that are funny. That was the original intent of this segment, man. I don't know. I could talk about Ryan Garcia getting banned for a year and like, I guess like, I don't know. Should I try to find like any of his tweets because he tweets a lot? Ryan Garcia got banned for a year. That was the verdict on the whole Devin Haney, PD situation. So that fight is now a no contest, and Devin Haney remains undefeated. I don't know. Is there anything, man? I don't know. A lot of just like general freaking stuff that, probably wouldn't be that, interesting to just bring up, a lot of depressing stuff. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I mean, there's stuff about Caitlin Clark here. Just like my feed, man. I don't know. I think it's just I need to make my feed better. Yeah, there's like clips of the Celtics celebrating, okay? I'm getting Life is Strange freaking Twitter somehow. After just watching one trailer and like co-tweeting it. Oh, man. Yeah, there's a picture of Jaylen Brown lifting the Finals MVP and Eastern Conference Finals MVP trophy with his left hand. Oh, man. Anything? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot that, Jason Tatum was also someone who uploaded a video on YouTube when he was 14 years old called tie a tie. And he was literally teaching you how to tie a tie. And the video is in, like, freaking 240p, and it's just freaking great. I don't know, man. Anything else I needed to talk about? Like, I mean, there's stuff, like, in terms of music, there's, like, pop music, pop music seems to be freaking the team, where, like, fun pop music and freaking having a hot girl summer, the true pop music, is a thing that kind of is defining 2023 with certain artists. Oh, man, Charlie XCX being one of them, I just haven't listened to the album yet. I haven't listened to Brat yet, but I feel like I would like it. Like, it's not like hyper pop, like Charlie has like exited the hyper pop era, and like from what I've been hearing about this new album, it's like celebrate. It's kind of like being very referential to like the last like 15 years of pop music, right? Like freaking, I don't know. Like it seems like I don't know. That's what I've heard about it. I feel like I would like it if it is that. If it is like referencing the 2000s and pop music, I feel like I would like it. Like the Y2K era, or whatever. I would like it. And then there's another artist that I thought was pronounced Chappelle the whole time, but it actually is Chapel. Roan. And then yeah, basically she is just like a new freaking artist where, you know, her appeal is that, you know, she's a lesbian icon basically. I don't know, I haven't listened to her music, yeah, but let's like, you know, she's gotten a lot freaking more popular, like, you know, just recently. And there's like whole videos of like entire freaking crowds where like, you know, she's been making music for at least like 4 years, and like it's only now that she's gotten this big. Some people have been calling her an industry plant, you know, falsely, but I don't know. I haven't really listened to her music, you know. I don't know. Remember when LeBron James bricked a wide open tree to win the game? And then someone said, remember when Giannis erratically threw the ball because he was scared of shooting free throws? This is just how NBA Twitter goes at each other, man. They just find the one freaking thing to freaking reply, man. And then, you know, it's just the same freaking pettiness, man. The same pettiness each and every time, man. It's fun a lot of times. So, I don't know. It can get freaking just, you know, annoying. Anything else, man? Oh man, really? Yeah, I kind of don't want to freaking keep on just being like, is there anything else I need to talk about? Oh man, yeah. Basically, I feel like that's basically it, man. I don't know. I will freaking have more episodes in the future, man. Yeah, now that the NBA Finals are over, man. Now that freaking mostly things are behind me, I want to freaking do other things, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna finish the Wavelengths, yeah, DLC for Life is Strange, yeah. And I don't know. I could do other things on that front, man. Yeah, I have games to play, okay? Like I will hopefully play another game that's not Minecraft and put it out before the end of the month. I promise. I somewhat promise that. So yeah, I guess anything last minute that I need to freaking just get off my chest in this episode in particular. Anything. Any freaking last minute thing, please. No, I think it's fine. I don't know. Yeah. Calm down. Everyone was gonna pay back their student loans as soon as the billionaire tax breaks trickled down to them. Hopefully, I'm not gonna have student loans, man. That's just one thing I'll reveal about my current situation. I think I could have a scenario where I do not have student loans. Oh man, there has never been a worse flight to be on in NHL history than the one the Panthers are taking right now. Oh man. There's a Florida Baptist pastor that has been arrested for possessing bad images. Okay, this is why I started reading that and I was like, okay, see, this is the stuff I don't want to get to in the Twitter segment, man. It's supposed to be a fun thing primarily, man. Oh man, any last minute things, you know? Yeah. If you want to like experience a Shakespeare play, but don't want to go through reading, you know, a Shakespeare play, just watch Nothing Much to Do. Yeah, like all you have to do is type in Much to Do About Nothing, and then it links to the series. Yeah, like it takes you, it like lists like the different types of adaptations, and then it has like a blue link to the series, and it like and when you and like, or you could just search up the series specifically, Nothing Much to Do, and like it takes you to a link where it's like the completed playlist, and that's how I watched the series. I don't know, it can be pretty entertaining, man. I don't know, like yeah, I think it was made, yeah, like the Candle Wasters are not like part of it, they don't act in it, but they got like people to act in it, you know, like they yeah, like it was written, it wasn't improvised, you know. I just find that to be really freaking cool, man. I don't know. And like there's some like cool like original type of music in there. Yeah, there's a few videos in the playlist where like it's like a guy, yeah, this guy Baltazar, and like he has a really nice singing voice. He has a really nice, yeah, you know, he's from New Zealand, so like, you know, has a very interesting accent, and I really enjoyed like the singing. He covered like a Mumford and Sons song, you know, and it sounded really cool. I don't know. Yeah, there's this one montage scene of like all of the characters at a party. It is really freaking cool. I don't know. I just found the series to be really interesting. That is the thing I recommend, and that was what I was watching instead of anything that's actually like on TV. Oh man, I'm going to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, man. I think like that's gonna be something to fill this series, so that I'm gonna report back on. Yeah, and hopefully I'll watch the rest of other freaking Netflix or series and maybe talk about them in order to supplant these episodes. But yeah, anyways, is that pretty much it for this episode? Yeah, I think so. It could be, I don't know how long this is going to be. Probably still over an hour. I went long, man. I don't think I went that long on the NBA, did I? I don't know. On other things I did, so. Anyways, that was the episode. I'm sorry that I didn't find any tweets, but I don't know. I can't really do anything about my Twitter feed, really. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there isn't really anything else worth talking about. Okay, so yeah, that was the episode. I will freaking talk about more interesting things next episode. It'll probably be some freaking cool off-season stuff to talk about. Anyways, that was the episode. We did it. What are you gonna say now? What are they gonna say now? What are you gonna say now? That I can't find freaking tweets to talk about? Yeah, they would be absolutely right. I did not prove the doubters right, who doubted whether I could find freaking good tweets. So, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, thank you so much. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next episode.